Okay, so today we are going to see the endothermic reaction and what is exothermic reaction, right? So you may be familiar with this term. This comes often in our syllabus during the enzymology course, right? Enzyme, whenever we are studying the enzyme or any biochemical reaction, we are more interested in whether finding where it is an endothermic reaction or the exothermic reaction. Okay, so this one is a progress of the reaction, this one is a free energy change. Okay, so we have endothermic reaction on the left side and the exothermic reaction on the right side. Okay, so what happens is that here reactants, reactants has a free energy of a 10 kilocalorie, and product, it has a higher free energy change here, so 90 kilocalorie. So if you calculate the difference between product and reactants, 90 minus 10, it is a plus 80 kilocalorie. So this energy, you can see the energy of product is higher than the reactant. It means that delta G, free energy change, G means free energy change, gives free energy change, it is higher than 0. So this reaction is a positive reaction, so they are greater than 0. So whenever reaction is endothermic, the reaction is a non-spontaneous reaction, and this reaction we call as a endothermic reaction. Okay, so very simple diagram. Here it goes like this, like this. So this is the activation energy and this one. So basically we are more interested in difference between these two. So that is why we have drawn this arrow here. So this arrow we have drawn. Likewise, in this case, there is this progress of reaction, free energy of reactant here is a 90, and free energy of product here is a 20. So what is difference of free energy between product and reactant? Delta G is equal to G of product minus G of reactant. So what is that? So delta G is equal to G of product minus reactant, that is a 20 here, 90 here. So 20 minus 90, it is a minus 70. So that is a less than 0. So this is a minus 70 kilocalorie. So it means that this reaction difference is a negative. Delta G is a less than 0, and this reaction is a spontaneous. So if reactant's energy is higher and product energy is lower, that is a good thing. Okay, so this energy can produce like this. So lower energy, it may lose the energy. That's an exothermic reaction. That is why we call it as an exothermic. But in this case, the reactant has a lower energy, product has a higher energy. So we have to go like this, and we have to increase our energy. That is endothermic reaction, which is not quite a spontaneous reaction. So that is why this reaction is a non-spontaneous and this reaction is a spontaneous reaction. Endothermic reaction is a non-spontaneous. It has delta G, energy difference greater than 0. The reactant energy is lower than product. Okay, and we are drawing it on the reaction coordinate. If it is a spontaneous reaction, reactant has a higher energy than a product. So this delta G difference will be negative. We have seen here, and this reaction, this is reaction coordinate diagram, and this is a spontaneous reaction. So we have other terms. G is equal to HTS. So what is free energy? G we denote as a Gibbs free energy change. So Gibbs free energy change is equal to enthalpy plus temperature multiplied by entropy of the system. If we are calculating difference, delta G is equal to delta H plus T delta S. Delta G is a free energy change and delta H is a change in enthalpy, delta S is a change in entropy of the system. So that is how we can calculate the change. So this was a simple calculation G of product minus reactant, but it can be calculated if you know the enthalpy of the system, if you know temperature of the system, and the delta S if you know. Based on this equation, you can calculate the delta G of the system. Sometimes we want to calculate, we want to compare different reaction, and we want to calculate the things under the standard condition. So what is standard condition? So for standard condition, we have delta G is equal to delta G0. We are calling it as a delta G0, and delta H as a delta H0, and plus T delta S0. Where standard condition means at the standard conditions, it may be at pH 7, atmospheric pressure if gases are involved 0.1 megapascal, concentration of all aqueous solutions should be 1 molar, and the temperature should be 25 degrees Celsius or 298 Kelvin if it is in the Kelvin. So that is simply a exothermic and endothermic reaction, how reaction progress and how these things happens, right? So endothermic and exothermic reaction. So what happens, sometimes we have to club this reaction. Sometimes in the biochemical reaction, one thing is endothermic reaction, so it is very energetically unfavorable. The product has a higher this one energy than reactant, and this is unfavorable, and this reaction is a favorable reaction. Okay, so for example, in this case what we can do the energy coupling. Okay, in this case there is a concept of the energy coupling. So what is energy coupling? For example, this reactant is A and it is getting converted into the C. Okay, and next reagent we have is a B and it is getting converted into the D. So basically we have A getting converted into the C, and other thing we have is a B, which is getting converted into the D. So what is free energy difference when A is getting converted into the C? It is plus 80 kilocalorie. Okay, it is 80 kilocalorie. So for our reaction purpose, we will take it as a 5 here, and 5 minus 90, we will put it as a minus 85. Okay, so our because we want to do energy coupling, so for this purpose we have A to C, it is a plus 80 kilocalorie. If it is a B to C, B to D conversion, it is minus 85 kilocalorie. Okay, so can this reaction progress? For this reaction to progress, it requires energy, and this B to D conversion can happen very easily. So this one is a non-spontaneous reaction, and this one is a spontaneous reaction. Okay, so what we can do here, we can do the coupling. So we can do A plus B getting converted into the C plus D. So these two reactions we can convert. We can calculate the energy difference also. It is now minus 5 kilocalorie, and now this reaction can be a spontaneous. So this is a spontaneous, means energy coupled reaction. So this is a energy coupling of the reaction. So this is how biochemical reactions can be coupled. So that is why we have ATP as a adenosine triphosphate, which is an energy source which can be used for coupling of the reaction. Because whenever we say adenosine triphosphate ATP molecule, it has a 3 phosphate group, alpha, beta and gamma, and if you break that phosphate bond, we will get some energy, and that energy will be the negative delta G, and this will be helping the positive reaction or any reaction which is unfavorable, it can be made favorable with the ATP. So that is why energy coupling we often used in the biochemical reactions. So this reaction is a energy coupled reaction. Okay, so that was about our exothermic and endothermic, what is this exothermic reaction, endothermic reaction, and how this reaction can be coupled. Thank you.